for us, when we realize, are there gaps here where a client is, like, to use a simple example, like collecting a driver's license and, on an onboarding process. I mean, there's not a workflow step for that, but, we want, again, it has to be repeatable. If we're not here and somebody else is stepping into that role, are they going to be able to understand how we work? Now, that relates to like kind of the more methodical, the processes. But I'd say we're doing, a lot of work right now just on kind of at a higher level. You say, your question was, how do we memorialize like processes? Well, first we had to go back and look at what that process document looked like. Like, how do we describe it? It's like, we almost had to sit back and like write it in like, in just free speech. It's like a confidence first to say, like, how would we describe it if a client was sitting across the table from us? And then we had to kind of crystallize that to something that we literally could hand them. And this is what your expectations are. This is what you should expect by coming on board with us. And so, I take that question two ways. There's one that's kind of the core internal processes that the client doesn't see, but it makes us more efficient, right? It helps us turn around things a lot faster. The client, doesn't necessarily have to be in the weeds on all of our workflow steps, but if we're executing them, then the client experience is going to be better.